I heard the tiger roar.
When I think of pets, I imagine a loyal golden retriever or a cuddly, purring cat.
These dogs were freaking huge, dude. Like they were probably close to like between 120 and 150 pound dogs.
Not exotic animals like Siberian tigers, alligators, or venomous snakes. Yet some people believe these wild creatures can make perfect companions.
Still love him and I still want my cat back. I still want Ming back.
A belief that sometimes ends in tragic and shocking ways. In today's video, we're uncovering the chilling stories of people whose pets turned into their worst nightmares. Get ready for accounts that will leave you speechless. In June 2019, a tragic incident occurred in Malaysia involving a pet monkey and its owner, Nga Muhammad. The 72-year-old man had been training his pet monkey to retrieve coconuts, a common practice in some parts of the world where monkeys are used for their agility in climbing trees and throwing coconuts to the ground. Unfortunately, the training did not go as planned. Instead of climbing the tree to fetch coconuts, the 5-year-old monkey attacked its owner. The animal bit Nga Muhammad in several places, including a critical bite to his wrist that severed a major artery. The attack proved fatal for Nga Muhammad, who died at the scene, likely due to massive blood loss from the wrist injury. The incident took place in a coconut grove, where Nga Muhammad's son, Maud Zakaria Nga, later found his father lying unconscious on the ground. When Maud Zakaria Nga approached his father, the monkey attacked him as well, biting him hard on the neck. His scream alerted neighbors, causing the monkey to flee into the jungle. Following the attack, the Malaysian Department of Wildlife and National Parks intervened. They managed to locate and tranquilize the aggressive monkey. A 79-year-old Colombian woman named Clara Inés Tobón was found dead in her Madrid apartment after neighbors reported not seeing her for about a month and noticed a foul odor coming from her home. When police entered the apartment, they made a gruesome discovery. Tobón's body had been partially eaten by her pet cat, specifically from the waist up. It's estimated that she had been dead for at least 3 months before being discovered. 5 of her cats had died from starvation, while 2 were found alive but in very poor condition. The apartment was in a state of squalor, filled with animal excrement and garbage. Authorities speculated that Tobón might have been suffering from Diogenes syndrome, a disorder characterized by self-neglect and hoarding. A police officer who responded to the scene described it as the worst thing I have ever seen since I began working. This case highlights the potential risks of elderly individuals living alone without regular check-ins from family, friends, or social services.
Still love him and I still want my cat back. I still want Ming back.
Antoine Yates, often referred to as the Tiger Man of Harlem, gained notoriety for keeping a 450-pound Siberian Bengal tiger named Ming in his New York City apartment from 2000 to 2003. This extraordinary story unfolded in apartment 5E of the Drew Hamilton Houses, a public housing complex in Harlem. Antoine Yates, a part-time cab driver, purchased Ming when the tiger was just 6 weeks old from a wild animal dealer. For 3 years, Yates and Ming lived together in a 5-bedroom apartment. Yates would leave the apartment for only 1 hour each day to buy food. He purchased about 20 pounds of meat daily, consisting of chicken, beef liver, and bones. In addition to Ming, Yates also kept a 6-foot alligator named Al, a rescued cat named Shadow, and temporarily a young lion. On September 30th, 2003, the peaceful coexistence between Yates and Ming came to a dramatic end. Yates brought home a stray cat named Shadow. Ming lunged at Shadow. Yates intervened, placing himself between the 2 animals. Ming attacked Yates, biting his neck, forearm, and leg. Despite the severity of the attack, Yates managed to calm Ming down and lock him in the bathroom before calling 911. Yates initially claimed a pit bull had bitten him, but medical personnel were suspicious due to the size of the wounds. The NYPD conducted a dramatic extraction. Officers lowered a camera through a bedroom window to confirm Ming's presence. An officer rappelled down the building to shoot Ming with a tranquilizer gun through the window. Yates faced repercussions for keeping Ming. He was arrested and charged with reckless endangerment. On July 20, 2004, Yates pleaded guilty to reckless endangerment, risking jail time. He became known in the tabloids as Tiger Man. After his removal from the apartment, Ming was relocated to Noah's Lost Ark Sanctuary in Ohio, where he lived until his death in February 2019 at the age of 19. On December 15, 2024, a tragic incident occurred at Mesa Viking Park in Mira Mesa, San Diego, when 26-year-old Pedro Luis Ortega was fatally attacked by his own 3 dogs. The attack took place around noon, while Ortega was walking with his 4-year-old son near the playground. Ortega was walking his 3 unleashed XL bully breed dogs when they suddenly turned on him. The dogs, described as large, muscular animals, weighing around 100 pounds each, began mauling their owner.
These dogs were freaking huge, dude. Like they were probably close to like between 120 and 150 pound dogs.
Ortega's young son was present during the attack but was fortunately unharmed. Bystanders used shovels and a golf club to try to fend off the dogs. A Good Samaritan who tried to help Ortega was also attacked and seriously injured. When police arrived, they used tasers to stop the attack. 2 of the dogs were quickly captured, but the 3rd escaped, prompting a brief lockdown of nearby Erickson Elementary School. Ortega was rushed to Scripps Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 4:45 p.m. The Good Samaritan who intervened was also hospitalized with serious injuries but survived. All 3 dogs were eventually captured and placed in the custody of the San Diego Humane Society. After being surrendered by their co-owner, the decision was made to humanely euthanize all 3 animals. In July 2022, 27-year-old Elliot Sensman, an experienced snake handler from Vogelsville, Pennsylvania, faced a tragic end while caring for one of his massive pet snakes. Known for his dedication to rescuing and rehabilitating reptiles, Elliot had an 18-foot boa constrictor in his care, a powerful creature weighing 150 pounds. On July 20th, during what seemed to be a routine interaction, the boa constrictor suddenly turned aggressive. The snake coiled around Elliot's neck, applying deadly pressure. Family members discovered him unconscious and immediately called 911, reporting that the snake was cutting off his oxygen. When police arrived, they found Elliot in cardiac arrest with the BOA still constricting him. In a desperate effort to save him, officers shot the snake in the head, freeing Elliot from its grip. He was rushed to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Cedar Crest, and treated for severe anoxic brain injuries caused by the lack of oxygen. Despite their best efforts, Elliot passed away on July 24th. The story of Mark Vogel, a 30-year-old man from Dortmund, Germany, shocked the world in 2004. As the tale goes, Mark was a reclusive exotic pet enthusiast whose death turned into a horrifying scene. After neighbors reported a foul odor, authorities entered his apartment to find a nightmare. Mark's body slumped on a sofa, allegedly covered in spider webs. Over 200 spiders, snakes, and even termites were said to be feeding on his remains, with some escaping into the apartment. According to reports, Mark's pet black widow spider, Bettina, had bitten him, causing his death. Afterward, his creatures supposedly began consuming his body. The scene was described as like a horror movie, with spiders allegedly crawling out of his nose and mouth. But here's the twist. This gruesome story is likely an urban legend. Experts have questioned its authenticity, Pointing out biological improbabilities and a lack of evidence from German authorities, many now believe it was a fabricated tale designed to shock and intrigue. While it's a chilling story, Mark Vogel's case reminds us to question sensational headlines and separate fact from fiction. These harrowing stories remind us of the unpredictable nature of animals, no matter how tame they may seem. While many of us share unbreakable bonds with our pets, some instincts run too deep to ever fully tame. Which story shook you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more eye-opening tales that challenge what we think we know about the world around us. Stay safe, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.